Listen well. Someone from your past wants to return, someone who was part of your life, someone you knew deeply or thought you knew. Maybe you have already felt this person's presence, like a premonition, a silent intuition that you tried to ignore, but that doesn't leave you at peace. They want to come back, and this time it's not a whim. There is a clear intention, even though you may not know what it is yet. This person watches you from afar, waits for the right moment, thinks about what to say, what to do to approach you once again. It's as if something inside them has awakened. They may want to reclaim something you thought had been left behind, but that perhaps never truly disappeared. I know you feel the doubt inside. What does this person want? What are they really seeking? Is it reconciliation, a second chance, or is there something deeper behind all of this? This person from your past, who now wants to get close again, is not coming with emptiness or a rehearsed speech. They are loaded with something, whether it's the weight of regret, an unresolved feeling, or perhaps a desire to rewrite a story that was suddenly interrupted. And you, who have walked so far, who have moved on with your life, might be thinking, why now? Why does this person insist on coming back after everything? And maybe it's inevitable that you think about the possibilities. Does this return carry a sincere intention, or is it an attempt to fill some void, an unresolved issue on their part? And what does this mean for you, who have already left this person in the past? Of course, at first, doubt and apprehension arise. We never really know what someone from the past might carry, but at the same time, there's something that stirs you up, an interest, a curiosity, or even a guarded emotion that this return awakens. This person may remember details that only the two of you share. Gestures, moments, words said or left unsaid that still resonate within her. She probably wants to bring those memories back, presenting each recollection as an argument to justify this return, as if the past could pave the way for something new. And you, who may have closed those doors a long time ago, will need to decide whether or not you want to listen, because it can be painful. It can bring back feelings that you preferred to have left there, in some hidden corner. And what if she's not just coming back to reminisce? What if this person carries new intentions, something she herself only realized now, perhaps after years? She may be bearing a heavier burden, with stories and experiences that have transformed who she is, that have shaped what she thinks and feels. You don't know if her return is the result of a genuine transformation, of someone who has truly changed, or if it's just an attempt to recapture something that no longer makes sense. But something inside you questions. What if it's real? What if there's a greater reason, something that needs to be understood? This return will not be easy. There are things that hurt, wounds that might still be open even if you have hidden them, and at the same time something tells you that this is a chance to confront these memories in another way, perhaps even to rewrite your story with this person. That, of course, if you want to open that door, but don't ignore what you feel now. There is a strength in listening to yourself before making any decision. If there is some curiosity or some restlessness in you about this person, pay attention to it. Because what she brings is not just a visit or a fleeting conversation, it is an attempt to access something much deeper, something she knows only you can understand. And so, what do? Because the decision in the end is in your hands, you can choose to meet her again, give this return a chance and see where it leads. There may be some learning, a new stage, something that only experience will show you, or you can close that door for good, leave that past where it is and move forward, carrying with you the certainty that you made the decision that was right for you now. It's difficult, I know, and there may not be easy answers, but I also know that you are already prepared for whatever comes. And I know you feel that restlessness, because deep down, you remember. Something in you knows the impact this person had, whether in the good moments or the scars left behind. But what brings you more doubt now is what she really wants. When someone comes back after so long, bringing this mystery, it almost seems inevitable to question the intentions. Is she coming back because she misses what you had? Because she realized, too late, that you were irreplaceable? Or is it that deep down her return is just a reflection of something missing in her life, something you perhaps can't even fill? These questions are inevitable, and you have every right to ask yourself that, because you are no longer the same person she knew. You have changed, evolved, lived other stories, rebuilt yourself with the lessons life imposed. And now that she's back, the reality is that she might not know who you really are today. She might be stuck in the idea of who you were in what you had, but the truth is that time has transformed you. But there is a reason you are still listening to this story. It might be that, deep down, you want to understand why this return is happening, what it brings that could change something in your life now. Because, despite all the doubts, there is a small chance that this reunion has something to teach you. It could be that this person has gone through transformations that she herself only now understands. Maybe she has realized she made mistakes, has made decisions she deeply regrets today. Who knows, coming back is the only way she found to try to put into words what she was never able to say. On the other hand, you know very well that there is also a risk. Because making room for someone who once had so much power to affect you inevitably means giving this person access to feelings you might have carefully kept. And you need to ask yourself, are you ready to deal with that? Are you willing to relive certain emotions, confront certain memories, maybe even open your heart to this person again, even if in a different way? This decision is yours and only yours. If you decide to meet her again, you might discover that there is a new truth, that she brings something you didn't imagine. She might have changed. That time may have transformed her in a way you didn't foresee. And it could also be that in the end, this reunion serves only to show you that you have really moved on, that nothing she says now will change what you have already built. But the only way to know is to face this moment head-on, without letting the fear of what could happen control you. Because ultimately this reunion might bring you clarity, even in a way you didn't expect. You might see something in her you hadn't seen before, or realize that chapter of your life is truly closed. What if you choose to leave that person outside? That too would be a powerful choice. There is nothing wrong with protecting your peace, maintaining your path without making space for something that has already been resolved. Sometimes, the greatest act of self-care is knowing when to leave the past where it belongs, without letting it destabilize you now. Because you deserve peace, the tranquility of knowing that your choices have brought you to where you are today, that the people left behind were part of your growth, but the present is yours. It is where your true strength manifests. But don't be mistaken. Whatever your choice, it won't be an easy path. If you choose to listen to this person, you will be giving them the chance to show what they truly seek. You will open the door to a conversation that may bring both answers and new questions. If you choose to close this door, you will need to have the conviction that this is the decision that honors your journey so far, that you are indeed putting your well-being first. And sometimes that's what we need, a conscious decision, made with both heart and mind. You don't need to follow the path that seems easiest, but the one that resonates with what you feel, with what you believe. Because in the end, what matters is that this choice is authentic, that it is a decision that leaves you in peace regardless of what the person from the past wants or expects. This is the moment for you to look inside and decide with clarity. What do you want? Are you ready to give the unexpected a chance, to what may bring both answers and more mysteries? Or do you feel that your journey needs to continue, without leaving gaps for what is already behind? I understand that deep down this situation puts you in a point of discomfort, because opening the door to someone from the past is dealing with something you might have decided to close. But the return of this person brought you here, made you question something that seemed resolved. And now, you're at this moment of choice, with all these feelings and memories stirring inside you. You can't ignore the impact this return is causing, even if you want to, even if you try to stay calm and think rationally. There is a part of you that wants to know what she has to say, because after all, if she came back, it's because something very strong brought her to you. She carried these feelings, these memories, this desire to reconnect for so long that now it seems impossible for her to ignore. But what this person wants and what she really has to offer are still mysteries. And this leaves you with this uncertainty, this feeling that if you don't open this door now, you might never know the truth. But at the same time, you fear what you might hear. Because opening this door is risking touching wounds, exposing yourself to an emotional territory you might have avoided for a good reason. And there's something powerful in you realizing that you don't need to be moved just by curiosity. You have the right to think about what's best for your peace, what will really add to your life. Yes, this person came back, but does she bring something that can really make a difference for you now? Or is it just nostalgia, the weight of the past driving her, something she wants to relive more for herself than for you? It's hard to think this way, but sometimes the truth is there, and only you can decide if it's worth giving her the chance to prove she's different now. And while you think about all of this, you may realize that the hardest part is the mix of feelings that this situation creates, because this person marked you in a unique way. They were a part of who you were, and ignoring that is almost impossible. But the fact that they want to come back doesn't mean you need to accept it. You have a life today. You have built a path that doesn't depend on them. And that is something no one can take away from you. This choice is not about right or wrong. It is about what you feel is true for you. If you open the door, do it with your feet on the ground. Remember who you have become, the barriers you had to overcome, the pains you overcame alone. This reunion, if it happens, needs to be on your time, on your terms. You are not here to fill her emotional gaps, nor to serve as a full stop in an unfinished story she still carries. If you decide to listen, it's because you chose to, not because you're being pulled by the weight of the past. On the other hand, if you decide that the best thing is to move on and keep that door closed, know that this too is a choice full of strength. There is no weakness in protecting your peace, in honoring what you have already built. Sometimes the past returns just to test if we have truly moved on, to remind us who we have become without it. That person had their impact, fulfilled their role in your story. Maybe what you feel now is not necessarily a desire for reapproachment, but an impulse to close the story once and for all, so that it can finally find its place in the past, and you can live your present without the shadows of what if. And if deep down you choose to let her in again, then go prepared. Because this choice requires courage. Face this reunion with the truth you have built, without illusions, without expectations that this person will fill something in you. If the past taught you anything, it's that you are enough, that you are complete without needing someone from the past to come back and tell you that. And that's the strength you carry now. So, take a deep breath. This decision is yours, and only you know what you carry inside. Whatever you decide, do it with a firm heart, knowing that your life, your choices, and your well-being come first. And remember, this moment, no matter how difficult it is also a chance to reaffirm who you are and to protect everything you have built up to now. Now stop for a moment and reflect on what this really means to you. This reunion with someone from the past is not just a decision between yes or no, it is an opportunity to reaffirm who you are today, with all the strength you have built over time. Look inside and think sincerely. Do you feel that this person can still have a place in your life? Or do you realize that it's time to finally close that door and move on, leaving behind exactly where it belongs, in the past? Whatever your choice, remember that you are the only one responsible for your path. You built who you are today with your own hands, overcoming pains and challenges. The decision is yours, and whatever it is, you are in control of your own story. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever experienced something similar? Have you faced the return of someone you thought had been left behind? Share in the comments what you think about giving or not giving a second chance to the past. Your story, your opinion, can inspire other people who are going through something similar. And if this message touched something in you, if it helped you reflect on your choices, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. This helps us to continue bringing reflections like this which touch the heart and soul. Let's create together a community of support and understanding where every voice matters, where every experience enriches everyone. So share your thoughts, leave your like, and subscribe. Your presence makes all the difference.